Imagine a vast rugged land, high mountains, sun-drenched plateaus and endless deserts whispering ancient stories. This is Iran, once the heart of the mighty Persian Empire. Even today the ruins of great cities and broken columns remind us of a legacy that shaped the world. The land itself was a powerful force forging tough, resourceful people who learned to tame wild rivers and survive extremes. Early inhabitants were nomads and farmers, scattered tribes living under the shadow of the Zagros Mountains. Before Persia's rise, this region was a crossroads of civilizations, influenced by powerful neighbors like Babylon and Assyria. The people here watched, learned, and waited for a leader to unite them. The Elamites built cities in the southwest, the Medes formed a kingdom in the north. Among them were the Persians, once subjects but quietly dreaming of a different future. Within these tribes, ambition simmered. Soon they would become masters of their own destiny and the known world. For centuries, the Iranian Plateau's peoples lived in the shadow of the Medes, fierce warriors who ruled from Ecbatana. The Persians, their close cousins, paid tribute and served in Median armies. Yet beneath the surface, the Persians were learning, studying the strengths and weaknesses of their overlords. The relationship was complex, rivals, relatives, and sometimes allies. Intermarriage and shared culture bound them, but also bred ambition. The Persians began to believe they were just as capable as the Medes. All that was needed was a leader bold enough to challenge the old order. That leader emerged from the Achaemenid royal family, Cyrus, son of Cambyses I, and grandson of the Median king. Cyrus was not content to remain a vassal. He envisioned a united Persian and Median kingdom greater than anything before. The stage was set for a dramatic shift in power. The Persians, once apprentices, were ready to lead. Cyrus's rise would change the fate of the region forever. The world was about to witness the birth of an empire. The age of Persia was dawning. Cyrus the Great changed everything. Inheriting the Persian throne around 559 BC, he saw the tribe's strength but also their division. His first task, unite the Persians. Traveling among the tribes, he forged alliances and built a single, powerful army. The Median king Astyages saw Cyrus's rise as a threat. Tensions erupted into open rebellion. When the armies met, many Medes defected to Cyrus, seeing him as a better leader. Astyages was captured, but Cyrus showed mercy, treating him with honor. This act defined Cyrus, not as a conqueror but as a unifier. Medes and Persians became equal partners in a new kingdom. Cyrus established his capital at Pasargadae and set his sights beyond Iran. His ambitions grew. The wealthy kingdom of Lydia was next. The stage was set for the Persian Empire's first great expansion. Cyrus's vision and leadership would soon echo across the known world. The world was about to meet a new kind of king. The age of conquest had begun. With Medes and Persians united, Cyrus launched campaigns that stunned the ancient world. He conquered Lydia, capturing King Croesus and gaining control of the Greek cities in Anatolia. This brought Persia into direct contact with the Greek world, an encounter with lasting consequences. Cyrus's empire now stretched from Iran to the Aegean Sea. Next he turned to Babylon, presenting himself as a liberator, not a conqueror. In 539 BC, Babylon fell without a major battle. Cyrus was welcomed as a new ruler. In Babylon, he issued a declaration, sometimes called the world's first charter of human rights, promising respect for local customs and religions. He allowed the Jewish people to return to Judah and rebuild their temple. Cyrus's policy of tolerance won him loyalty across his vast multi-ethnic empire. This revolutionary approach made ruling easier and more stable. The Persian Empire became a model of diversity and unity. After Cyrus and his son Cambyses, Darius I seized the throne, bringing order to chaos. Darius was the great organizer, creating a system to govern the vast empire. He divided the land into provinces, or satrapies, each ruled by a governor but checked by royal officials and military generals. Secret agents, the king's eyes and ears, kept watch for corruption. Darius built the Royal Road, a communication network stretching over 1,600 miles, enabling rapid movement of messages and troops. This infrastructure held the empire together. Darius's crowning achievement was Persepolis, a ceremonial capital showcasing the empire's wealth and diversity. Delegations from across the empire brought tribute to the great king. Persepolis symbolized unity, power, and the reach of Persian rule. Under Darius, the empire flourished as a model of administration and grandeur. At its height under Darius and Xerxes, Persia was the world's superpower, stretching from India to Libya. The trouble began when Greek cities in Ionia rebelled, aided by Athens. Darius crushed the revolt and sought to punish Athens, launching an invasion in 490 BC. At Marathon, the outnumbered Greeks defeated the Persians, stunning the world. 10 years later, Xerxes led a massive army into Greece, crossing the Hellespont. Greek city-states united, making a legendary stand at Thermopylae before Athens was burned. But at Salamis, the Greek navy outmaneuvered the Persians, sinking their fleet. Xerxes retreated. His land army was defeated at Plataea. The Persian dream of conquering Greece was over. Greece remained free, and the empire's western expansion ended. These wars shaped the destinies of both civilizations. Persia's power endured, but its limits were revealed. The world had changed. Despite defeat in Greece, Persia remained dominant for over a century, enjoying the Pax Persica, an era of wealth and stability. Darius's system of satraps, roads, and currency held the empire together, but its vastness was both strength and weakness. Governing diverse peoples required skill. Later, kings struggled, and rebellions simmered in provinces like Egypt and Babylonia. The court became a place of intrigue, with succession disputes and civil wars weakening central authority. Internal strife drained resources and focus. Meanwhile, outside powers grew stronger. In Macedon, King Philip II forged a powerful army and united the tribes. Persia's policy of divide and rule in Greece blinded it to the real threat rising in the north. A storm was gathering, one that would soon sweep across the empire. The Golden Age's shadow was growing longer. Change was coming. The storm was Alexander the Great. After his father's assassination, Alexander led a united Greek army into Asia in 334 BC. The Persian king, Darius III, underestimated him. At the Granicus River, Alexander's bold charge shattered Persian resistance. He liberated the Ionian cities and pressed deeper into Asia. At Issus, Darius's massive army was outmaneuvered. Darius fled, and his army collapsed. Alexander treated the captured royal family with respect, winning admiration. The final showdown came at Gaugamela. Darius fled again, and Persia's army was destroyed. Alexander marched to Babylon, Susa, and finally Persepolis. In symbolic revenge for Athens, he allowed Persepolis to be looted and burned. The Achaemenid Empire was finished. Alexander became master of its vast lands. The world's greatest empire had fallen to a new conqueror. The age of Persia was over. The fall of Persepolis and Darius III marked the end of the Achaemenid dynasty, but Persia's story didn't end. Alexander admired Persian culture, adopting its customs and encouraging fusion with Greek ways. Though his empire crumbled, the idea of blending East and West endured. Persia's model of governance, provinces, governors, roads, inspired future empires. Their policy of tolerance showed that empires could be built on respect, not just force. Persia gave the world Zoroastrianism, one of the first monotheistic faiths, influencing later religions. The spirit of Persia lived on in new empires like the Parthians and Sasanians. Persian art, architecture, and ideas continued to shape the world. From paradise gardens to universal law, Persia's legacy is everywhere. The empire fell, but its influence became woven into world civilization. The echo of ancient Persia still resonates today.